Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels really good to be on camera. Today we are going to talk about something that I am very passionate about. So today's video is finally about an actual beauty item. We're going to be talking about the brand Sol De Janeiro. If you don't know, they are an up-and-coming kind of indie beauty brand. They do a lot of skincare. Lately, they've actually been doing some hair care items, and this video is, I'm gonna say it right now, will not be bashing this brand. I just want to give you guys some educated information that you guys can take with you whenever you decide to purchase or not purchase this product. Now, I did a ton of research for this video. I have like papers and papers and papers worth of research. So I'm gonna actually be putting this right here. If you see me looking off to the side, it's literally only because I'm looking like at this piece of paper that has all of this information on it for you guys. So I really want to talk about this brand because I just got these in the mail. They're the Brazilian Hoya conditioner and shampoo little duo right here. And I originally got them and I was kind of excited because I saw Brazilian and I was like, oh my God, BoxyCharm is actually sponsoring a small business. Originally, I was extremely excited to try this brand because I thought that it was a Brazilian-owned brand. Now, as you guys might know if you follow my Instagram, I follow the Pull Up or Shut Up challenge. It's a Instagram called Pull Up for Change. The Instagram is basically asking for brands to be transparent about how many minorities they actually hire. And when I saw that this brand had extremely low numbers of diversity, which we'll dive into, I was taken aback. And so I decided to do some research. So Sol De Janeiro is actually not owned by a Brazilian person. It is actually owned by two people, Hyram, and we're going to talk about them real quick and how they started this brand. So Helena, one of the owners of the brand, is an Asian New Yorker who moved to Brazil after being married to Mark. She absolutely fell in love with Brazilian culture and wanted to start a brand that represented that. So she started Sol De Janeiro. The brand promotes self-love and body positivity, as well as love of diversity, which you can really see on their Instagram page and also their website. Like, they have a ton of different models of all skin types and all skin textures and just like all backgrounds, which is really cool. I do love that their models are diverse, and I enjoy that they have models who actually look Brazilian, because a common misconception is that Brazilians are actually light-skinned. Many of them are not. Another one of their quotes is, "We believe in a high-quality beauty formula that celebrates our bodies." All of their products as of right now are vegan-friendly, cruelty-free, reef-safe, sulfate-free, paraben-free, mineral oil-free, and they do not contain microplastics. Now, they are sustainably sourced, which means that they don't currently impact the Amazon, which is pretty cool. One of the things I found on their site that was a little bit troubling was that they call themselves eco-friendly. Now, eco-friendly means that you do your absolute best to make sure that you are not disrupting our ecosystem and our planet with your products. But the issue is that the way they categorize themselves as eco-friendly is all of their products are plastic. The plastic is not biodegradable. It takes a very, 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 very long time for our plastic to break down into the earth, and plastic is like a main polluter of not only our oceans, but of other people's actual environments where they live. There are many places around the world that have actually had to up and move their citizens because they can't live there anymore. It's too filled with plastic. The reason they say that their plastic is eco-friendly is because all plastic is recyclable, but plastic has always been recyclable. A Coke can is recyclable. It's just how you go ahead of disposing that Coke can and disposing of these products. And they do not currently have any system to send these plastic bottles back or whatever other plastic they have so that they can themselves recycle the plastic. I just don't think it's fair to call yourselves an eco-friendly brand when you use plastic. Now, I will say that they did develop this little special cap here to be able to recycle their bottles, but still, it's up to you as the consumer to recycle, and there is no current recycling program there where you can send the products back and they find a sustainable way to recycle these products. So the next category I want to talk about is actually what's inside the products. The main ingredients in the products should always, without a doubt, be the product that is actually advertised. So if I see an acai face mask, I want acai to be at the very top of that list. Ingredients don't lie. That is from Hyram. If you don't follow Hyram, please go follow him. He is amazing skincare activist, and I just can't get enough of him. He actually gave me some inspo on this current video, so please go follow him. I'll link him down below. Let's get into these ingredients. So the first product I'm gonna talk about is the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. Now, I didn't personally purchase this cream just because it does have some darkening agents and some bronzing powder, and I just don't feel comfortable putting that on my skin, not only because I have eczema, but also because my complexion is very light. I didn't want to accidentally buy something that was going to make me look way too dark. But I did go on to skincharisma.com and I found all of their ingredients within the products, and I wanted to give you guys those because I think that if you were going to buy a product, it would probably be this one. So first thing I wanted to point out about this is that it is a tightening cream. It's supposed to give you a little bit of a bronze. It's supposed to be moisturizing, but it's also supposed to tighten and kind of correct any cellulite or extra skin you may have. That being said, one of the main issues I saw within this product is that it may not be safe for sensitive skin, and let me get into that. One of the first ingredients is actually Derek Conan perfume, and I'm gonna actually put all of the names like right here underneath so that you can read it because I'm not very good with these names. And that's a perfume, and it's at the almost one of the very first ingredients. You are going to be putting something on your body that is already sensitive, especially in places where you have cellulite and places where you are trying to correct your skin. You really shouldn't be having any fragrance in those products. Now, if it's on the legs or if it's on the arms, if it's away from your face, I can understand having fragrance, but this I'm not really okay with, especially because it's at the very top of the list. Another thing I wanted to point out is where this is supposed to be extremely moisturizing, there are 3 types of alcohols in this cream. And while some alcohols are used as a preservative agent, having 3 types of alcohols just seems a little redundant. Another thing I wanted to point out is that it can cause fungal acne. 2 of its active ingredients, glyceryl, citrate, and methyl glucose can cause fungal acne, which if you do have fungal acne on your thighs, try and use a different product, because even just using anything that has like shimmer powder near your fungal acne isn't really going to be beneficial. It's kind of the same thing as putting like makeup on acne. Like I said, I'm not here to bash this brand, so I do want to go over the pros of this product and why this product is helping some people. So it does have 2 different types of glycerin, which is awesome because glycerin is extremely skin conditioning. Glycerin caprylate. It also has a ton of moisturizing ingredients that are pretty natural, like coconut oil and sea butter. So it does have a lot of conditioning agents. It just also has alcohol and some agents that I wouldn't find necessarily safe to put on damaged areas of the skin. Now, the next things I want to talk about are products that I actually own, which are the conditioner and the shampoo. I'm going to start off with the shampoo, and honestly, the conditioner kind of has the same aspect of ingredient list, so I'm going to kind of sum it up with the strengthening and smoothing shampoo. So this shampoo is supposed to repair breakage, frizz, and deeply condition your hair. And I want to strictly point out that this is a product that is marketed towards people of color, towards Brazilian people, towards people with thick mixed hair that is just wavy, but also hair that is kinky, which, if you're not aware, Having wavy, thick hair like mine, I have 3 heads of hair, is a little different than having kinky hair, because you can have not very much, you know, actual physical hair and still have an abundance of kinky hair, which is extremely different. And I just wanted to point that out while we go into this ingredient list, because it is technically marketed for people who need deep conditioning and for people who have mixed to kinky hair. Pros is that this product does have coconut acid. It has a bunch of seed butters, lots of different types of natural oils. It has some flower extract, which is really great because that means that some of that smell isn't coming from a skin irritant. It also has vitamin E. It also has one other thing, which I'm just gonna put it down here and call it gar chloride. It does also have glycerin, and something that's actually really cool and that I appreciate is it has Chitosan, which I'm gonna put down here because I can't say that word, which is actually a really awesome skin healing agent, which I need because I have extreme psoriasis on the back of my head. When I got tear gassed, that little tiny part of my head has not recovered. It's like I peel off a new little like tiny patch there every day. Now, some of the cons of this are the Cocamidopropyl betaine, which I'm gonna put down here, which can cause pretty heavy skin irritation and redness. It's the 3rd ingredient on the list, which if I know that people who have mixed to curly hair are going to be using this product, and I already know that people with mixed to coily and kinky hair are actually more prone to having eczema and psoriasis and skin irritation, I wouldn't want that to be my 3rd ingredient on the list. And so I don't know if that's just not knowing and not being educated in thick mixed coily hair and skin, because maybe it's not commonly known that people with that type of hair are more prone to have skin irritants. But I just don't like having that be the 3rd ingredient, and I can say that it did irritate the little mark of psoriasis that I continuously have. And then another issue is that perfume, right under that extremely harmful ingredient, the 4th ingredient is perfume, which again, you are going to be washing it off of your scalp. Shampoo is not supposed to stay on your head. Some people like to keep conditioner on their hair, but shampoo should not stay on your head. But at the same time, it's going onto your scalp, you know, and when you're really working your hands in there, it is penetrating the skin. Another thing I did want to point out is that benzyl alcohol is a preservative, which it is used in both of these products, but it can cause skin irritation, and it is widely known for causing skin irritation. And all of these ingredients are kind of found like almost the same way in the conditioner. I didn't really find any pros or cons in the conditioner that I didn't find in the shampoo. So that being said, you know, I enjoy all of the oils and all of the flower extracts and all of the moisturizing conditioning ingredients that this product has, but it is almost put to the side when I see that there are products that are higher on the list, which means that they are of a higher concentration than the moisturizing products that I'm actually paying for. Paying to get these seed butters and these oils and these flower extracts and this glycerin. And when those are on the middle to lower list, under the skin irritation ingredients, I don't feel comfortable really putting it on my head. So as far as the ingredients, they are ethically sourced, but I'm also not really sure where they're sourced from, given that this product is made in America. So I don't understand how this product can be made in America but be completely about Brazilian culture. And the one thing I could possibly think is that it might not be FDA approved to be sent to America. and that is why they started making it in America. But when you look up Sol De Janeiro, you may think that it's made in Brazil. Like it's really publicizing Brazil. And the fact that the products are actually made in America is a bit odd. And I also couldn't find where they were actually manufactured. And the fact that there's zero information on where these products are actually made is the very beginnings of me being a bit skeptical. And I'm extremely skeptical because I'm extremely educated. And I know that when these products are made, they might not be made in places that pay above minimum wage. They may not be made by manufacturers who are being well taken care of. And when I think that the fact that they wouldn't be making it in Brazil and hiring Brazilians makes me think that this might actually be a possibility. And that's really saddening because I just think that if it's a Brazilian product, it should be made by Brazilians. Now, another thing to get into, and this is me digressing, this is me not saying anything about this brand. I 100% do not think this brand uses this type of labor because I don't think they can honestly afford it. You have to be a bigger brand to do this. But another thing to take into account is that when we advertise made in America products, we are advertising for made in America. And I want to get into that because made in America is actually really messed up. Many of the products that are made in America are not fully made in America. Let's start with that. A product that is named made in America only has to have 50% of the product actually made in America. And while some made in America products are genuine and they're made by American people and citizens who are like happy to be working there, there's also a large number that is made by prisoners who make less than 23 cents an hour to nothing. And that's kind of a problem when you're advertising made in America as a good thing, and made in America can also mean that it's made by someone who's being forced to use prison labor. And while again, I am 100%, I'm not saying that they use prison labor, I just think this is really important to talk about. When you advertise made in America, you are advertising a percentage of those made in America products that are actually made by prison labor. And while 5% of the world accounts for USA, we as USA account for 25% of the world's total prison population. And a lot of that number is because we manufacture made in America products through prison labor. Another thing to take into account here is that while 35% of those prisoners are white, 59% are Black and Hispanic, while Black and Hispanic people only make up 30% of our national population. African Americans are 5 to 10 times more likely to be arrested depending on what state they're in. And while I'm not saying that this company uses prison labor, I do not think they do. I truly believe that it's important to note that made in America products are not made by willing Americans, and they're made by Americans who frankly aren't getting paid. You can learn more about this at my Instagram, Lex and Young. I'm doing tons of little teach-ins about this issue, but I think that advertising as made in America as a good thing, when we can't see who's actually making these products, is a bit saddening because I don't know who's making my products. And another thing with this brand that I found a bit disturbing is not only can I not find where the manufacturers are and who is manufacturing these products and if they're being paid ethically, but they are representing this extremely diverse, happy narrative of Afro-Latino culture, but only 10% of their employees are Black, and only 15% are of Latin origin, including Hispanic, while 52% of their employees are white. And this is the biggest issue with why I'm not okay with them being made in America. Brazil is a Black and Afro-Latino country. 50.7% of Brazil's population identify as Black. And not hiring Black and Latino workers is just off for a brand that specifies that they are diverse and that they're using Brazilian culture quite fluently. At the end of the day, Sol De Janeiro is not only marketing, but profiting from Black and Latino and mixed and people of color who do not know who owns the brand, do not know where the products are made, and aren't aware that the brand is not actually hiring people in their community. While there is nothing inherently wrong with non-Brazilian founder creating a brand for the love of Brazil, she kind of went past the line when she started selling and marketing Brazilian and Afro-Latino and mixed culture without putting that money back into Brazil. There is a small, tiny fragment in their website where they talk about, do we give to Brazil? Yes, but there's no actual donation amount. They just said that they're concerned with Brazilian politics, that there's nothing to actually say that they're giving back to Brazil. And by choosing to make their products in America and not hire Black and Latino workers, they are actually hurting Brazilians. They are also misguiding their audience. They rave on inclusion and diversity, but there is no diversity, and what they're doing is kind of exclusion by not including more Brazilian workers in what they actually make. You can't franchise off of Brazil and not actually involve Brazilians at all. It's disruptive to the narrative that you are trying to give your audience. At the end of the day, the issue isn't that the founder isn't Brazilian. The issue is that they're marketing a narrative that they themselves can't fulfill. When you say that you are diverse, and when you say that you are a sustainable, eco-friendly brand, and when you market a group of people for their culture and for their skincare, but you don't include those people in their own narrative, that's cultural appropriation. And not only that, but that's lying to your audience about who you really are. And I did find this information on the Pull Up or Shut Up challenge, and it's cool that they aired out their dirty laundry. It's cool that they actually gave the statistics of how many workers they have that are actually Black and Latino, but it's not enough to just say, oh, hey, we didn't realize. That goes against your initial standpoint of being extremely diverse, because if you were extremely diverse and if it were really important to you, you would really put the time into understanding if your marketing team and if your employees are actually diverse. And at the end of the day, this brand kind of showed us where our current capitalization system is going towards, and it is greenwashing and diversity washing, which I've never even used that word before, but they're making themselves seem extremely eco-friendly when really they're making plastic. And they're making themselves seem extremely diverse with diverse models and diverse advertisement when really their ingredients and their team members show that they're not. And they're making themselves seem like a Brazilian brand when they're an American brand. And you can't sell someone else's culture, and you can't sell someone else's ideas of heritage and then not actually include them in your brand. That is cultural appropriation. But the idea of this video is not to bash this brand. The idea of this video is to ask you, Sol De Janeiro, please reach out and actually help Brazil and actually market to people of color while giving them ingredients that are useful to them, and actually hire Black and Latino employees. That's all I'm asking. because you have an amazing brand and you're starting off well and you have the main concepts of what you need, but you're not there yet. And right now you're giving me an empty book. You have the cover and I see what you want, but inside there's nothing for me to read yet. And so I'm asking you to please take the pledge, hire 15% of your workers to be Black or African American, and hire more Latino workers, especially Brazilian workers. Please do your part in actually diversifying not only your narrative, but your employership. I will be linking some awesome companies down below that are Black and Latino owned, and some of them are actually Brazilian owned, which I think is wonderful, where you can purchase more items and kind of skim and browse at what you want. They have a ton of skincare and a ton of makeup items as well. So please go ahead and do that. If you want to continue purchasing from Sol De Janeiro, please, before you purchase, just ask them. It can be in the comment section. It can be on their Instagram. It can be through email. Ask them to please diversify their actual employership so that we see them fitting a narrative that they are giving us. With all that being said, guys, I really hope that this kind of opened your eyes. I'm going to be doing this with a ton of other brands, especially ones that have pulled up to the pull up or shut up challenge, but their statistics were more than enlightening. And some brands that I've just really dove into. I've been diving into a ton of brands because of skincare with Hyram. He's really making me understand an emphasis on ingredients within products and how ingredients can actually show how diverse a company actually is. So if you want more videos like this, please go ahead and comment down below maybe some brands that you want me to talk about that I can go ahead and research. I've done a ton of research for this brand. I'm gonna continue to do a little bit more research behind the scenes and adding that onto my Instagram. If you guys want to go down below and actually link a Brazilian owned brand that you might know, please do that. I'm gonna go ahead and actually link skincare with Hyram, as well as the pull up or shut up challenge Instagram, all of the Brazilian owned brands that I personally would rather buy from. All that being said, please like, comment, subscribe on this video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're gonna be doing. Let me know if you actually tried some of their other products and how they worked for you. And now we get into the part of the video where I talk about what is on my face and my body. Today, I'm wearing two brands that I want to talk about. The first is Melt Cosmetics. Melt Cosmetics is owned by two hermanas, two sisters. I have their eyeshadow palette Smoke Session on my face. It is bomb.com. I'm gonna have them linked down below. Another brand that I want to talk about is actually called Shop Miss A, and they have a little brand called AOA. And that brand is usually $1.50 to $1 for all of their items. I know. And they have one of the best foundations I've ever seen. They also statistically hire really well and have a pretty diverse team, which is why I wanted to promote them. So go ahead, check them out, and also check out Melt Cosmetics. And the very last brand I'm going to talk about is on my body. This is from Native Poppy. If you can't see, it is in fact a dinosaur with flowers growing out of it tank top. If that is not the bombest tank top you've ever seen, I don't know what is. I'm gonna also leave the link to Native Poppy down below, as well as any other brands that I may be wearing in this video that I forgot to mention. Please have a wonderful day. Think about what you buy before you buy it, and look forward to more of my videos later.